Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise, surprise. Patrick Morrison here with Simtrax Broadcast, and alongside me here tonight will be Isaac Salas. And we're going to talk a little bit about tonight where we are. We're actually at the Federated Auto Raceway, I-55, where we are in Missouri. Definitely an interesting track here, at least fortunately for these drivers. It's got 19 degrees of banking and 10 degrees on the straightaway, so it's a little more cupped for these drivers to get around here. But we've got open setup 360s for locked and loaded for you guys. Brought to you by Langton Mechanical and Dylan Westbrook Racing out there. We're going to take a little look at what we've got out on the track so far. Let's take a quick peek and see what our track conditions are looking like already at this point and what our races are here so far. 72 degrees on the track, a little bit of moisture out there. At least it's 63 for the humidity out there. So it should stay relatively tacky, but they're going to have to figure out as they go throughout the race what changes they're going to need to make. Rebels tonight will be an open 360 division for 25 laps. Renegades will have the open 360 division then to 30 laps. So kind of a B class and then an A class. At least, fortunately, both those should have at least one fast repair. Once again, Patrick here as the producer and Isaac Salas as the broadcaster. Isaac, man, what a wild run it's going to be here tonight for the Ohsweken Speedway Monday Madness tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Pat. Monday nights are always something crazy, and you can expect, you can expect anything in the Rebels, and then the Renegades, that's just amazing racing it all throughout tonight. Man, this track comes in so beautifully sometimes. You have both the bottom and the top that roll into that feature. So I expect heat races to be action-packed, and man, when we get to that feature, I expect it to be amazing.
Oh yeah, qualifying just about to get underway for the as we get ready. Actually, I am incorrect. We're heading straight to the heats. Dang. I thought we were going to be kind of behind the 8-ball here. Taking a look, Langton Mechanical is going ahead and sponsoring the Rebel class here tonight. Let's get right to it because they are wasting no time heading into this one. Let's get right at it. Let's get set up. Actually outran me here a little bit. Heading into this one. Man, Isaac, you could have told me, man, we weren't going to be qualifying here.
This was news to me too, to be honest with you.
Holy cow, man. I saw him out there practicing, so let's go ahead and get right to it. Starting on the front grid for this one here in Heat 1. Kyle Sargent and Greg Parmalee will be starting the front row. Richard Holland and Preston Kramer, 3 and 4. Brandon Templeton, glad to see him out here, sitting 5th. Gary Taylor, 6th. And Pat Boyce, I think Pat Boyce is actually in a brand new paint job here, done by Young Gun Creations. Heading out there. I think he ended up getting that from the charity event. Yes, he did. So looking good there for Pat Boyce in the number 41. Let's see how he handles here at Federated Auto Parts.
Yeah, absolutely. And Preston and Gary are both taking EOLs here from, I believe, last week. So we'll see what they can do here from the back.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely check in on that. See if, was it Heat EOL or was it feature?
Yep, it's Heat.
Okay, cool. All right, well, Heat 1 brought to you by Langton Mechanical. They are second to none heat and air conditioning company in the Hamilton area and promise their customers that their own professionally trained Langton specialists will be there personally every step of the way. They guarantee their customer satisfaction from start to finish, including sales, installation, and maintenance service of their heating and or cooling system. Every equipment sale, installation, and maintenance service they call us back 100% by Langton Mechanical. Look at that Steve King Foundation pace truck go on off as Kyle Sargent gets ripped. Away he goes, turn 1, immediately getting on the gas. Number 4 of Greg Parmalee trying to keep up. Parmalee with a little bit dismal showing out there on the asphalt, but he's doing a hell of a lot better here in the dirt. Outside for him as he's trying to run down Brandon Templeton, who's on the move, up 2 positions so far, sitting 3rd. So this heat already starting to switch up a good bit. Drivers moving up, drivers moving down, but only 8 laps for these guys to figure it out here where they're going to end up for the feature. This is looking awesome out here, Isaac. I don't know about you, but Kyle Sargent's on the move.
Yeah, he's hooked up right now, and the big battle here for 2nd through 4th actually is has Richard, Brandon, and Greg, and they're kind of all run the same line here, so you can see who kind of hits their marks a little bit better. And I mean, Brandon's right on his tail tank. Oh, and he goes for a slider.
Oh, he might get it, but not quite. Richard Holland's going to try to switch it up a little bit, cross him over on the bottom and see if he can get anything. But obviously, top lane is dominant here tonight as these guys are getting into the cushion. And Brandon Templeton from the back to the front, up 3 positions. He should have a solid 2nd, but I just don't think he can make up a 2-second gap in 2 laps to catch Kyle Sargent.
No, I don't think so. But the battle for this last transfer spot is heating up here with Pat, Greg, That top line's really quick here, so we can just see who makes no mistakes.
All right, white flag is out. Greg Parmley trying to hold off. Pat Boyce here in the back. Boyce on underneath. They make contact. Oh, no. Greg Parmley gets hammered here. He's going to be into the pits for some repairs after that. Took a hard hit. Sergeant Templeton, Holland, 1, 2, and 3. Pat Boyce up 3 positions. Got a 4th position. Not too bad. Oh, man, your favorite heat is coming up. Heat 2, brought to you by Venom Racing. We'll talk a little bit about that here in just a second. But let's see how our starting grid lines up for Heat 2. Kurt Schatzer, our points leader here, sitting in the front with Roger Craig in the 747. We'll be lining up on the outside of him. Joe Backus will be third with Michael Berthet. Again, watch out for Michael Berthet. I think he's been on a win streak as of late. But speaking of winning, Trent Verstraeten, I believe, was last week's winner in this league. Isaac Salas are going to be out there, but Steven Bixler will be caddy corner of you. So watch out, man. Definitely watch out for the Bixlers. They tend to wait it out in the back and then try to gun it all the way at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a stacked heat here for starting this far back, so we'll see what we can do.
Oh, yeah. All right, out there in the chat already, Mr. Timmy Ray. Appreciate you joining us here. These guys definitely put a pace truck out there, but they go ahead and awesome. Glad you asked about the pace truck. Pace truck is sponsored by the Steve King Foundation. The foundation was actually formed to help dirt track racing community across the country by providing financial assistance to drivers, pit crew members, racing officials, track operations personnel, or the immediate families of those individuals who suffer serious illness, injury, or death. If you are looking to learn more, go to www.stevekingfoundation.org. Boy, interesting to see. I like seeing Roger Craig get his opportunity. He gets a shot up front here in that 747 machine, but when you got Michael Berthet, you got Kurt Schatzer around you, and now I see, Steven Bixler, Trent Verstraeten, and you, Isaac. This is going to be really, really tough. Green flag is out, and top line for Roger, really the favorable line. So if he can hold a solid second spot here, when he heads to the feature, he's going to be in perfect position to get this one going here. But as we go, Kurt Schatzer in the lead, Roger Craig getting second, but I think Michael Berthet was almost in a side-by-side. Oh, no, Joe Backus is wiped out. Down he goes. Isaac Salas, you're without a wing now, so I guess a non-wing 360 for you for the rest of this heat. Steven Bixler ended up getting out the best out of that one. Bixler sitting 5th, and Trent Verstraeten has moved up to 4th.
Handles like a dream, if you're wondering.
I was about to say, I think you're still trying to get the snot bubbles away from that hit. Roger Craig undercuts Michael Berthet here, regains that second position. Berthet looked like he had it there. But Roger Craig all of a sudden hooking up, and away he goes now. Right now, fastest on the track. He has a 10:86, so not too bad by Roger Craig in the 747, but he's got 2 more laps to see if he can run Kurt Schatzer down. Kurt Schatzer's right in his view. Watch out, Isaac. There we go. 747 on the bottom. Let's see what Kurt Schatzer can do as he brings out the white flag here in Heat 2. Dicing around here for the Monday Night Madness Heat 2. Not too shabby. Yeah, points leader's going to take away this heat. Michael Berthet commands and conquers, gets 3rd. And Trent Verstraeten end up in the 4th position. Wow.
I'm getting called out for having a wing without a wing.
Oh, so are they saying you're cheating out there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get to Heat 3, brought to you by the Salty Dog Racing Team. Let's see how our starting grid is getting lined up. Joseph Grandy in the 518, one of, I believe, actually one of my viewers' favorite drivers out there. Joseph Grandy in the 518. It's changed his paint job just a little bit. Gary Foote will be starting second. Starting in row 2 will be Brad Waite and Dustin Sargent. Watch out for him. And Flying Fry sitting 5th with Brian Auks sitting 6th. So a little bit of a shorter heat here. Not a fully stacked field, but that's okay. We'll get this locked and loaded here. These guys will be pounding the dirt into the wall here as they get around. Isaac, tell me, unfortunately you did get kind of messed up there during the heat, but did you learn anything?
You know, honestly, I learned that middle's actually really, really fast. It looked like Roger was making something happen there on the bottom even, so I don't know. I'd like to see what happens here in this Heat 3 now that these guys have kind of gotten to see that there's, these multiple lines starting to form up.
All right, well, while your pit crew tries to reattach another wing, or you may be heading to a backup car, we'll see how these guys line up and try again. I think penalty-wise, I'm not sure if Mr. Fry may be serving one. Back for him. All right, let's get her going here. Joseph Grandy in the front. Grandy's been on a hot streak as of late, and not just this league, but a couple of the other ones. So he's been coming hot as of late. So I don't know what's changed with Joseph Grandy. Look at the speed out of him. Away he goes. Let's rotate back actually where Gary Afoot is here, battling along the outside of the 023 of Brian Hawks. Don't get confused, the 023 of Brian Hawks and the 23 of Chris Schaefer. But I do not see Mr. Schaefer out here tonight, so we'll make sure we keep Brian Hawks in our view here as he is up 3 positions. 3 positions, getting Dustin Sargent behind him. Speaking of falling behind, Joseph Grandy has lost a position to Brad Waite. Waite is up 2 positions now. Not too bad with the 10:95 best lap time, but his last time around 10:95 for him, not too bad. As it continues to charge here, let's take a look. Boy, man, we got to get going here.
Yeah, you see everyone's kind of moved down actually to that bottom line. It's probably mid to bottom here.
Yeah, some guys, it's definitely turning into almost a 2-lane track. Guys running about middle and guys running way up on the cushion. How long will that cushion hang out? Because you see how they're triangulating that turn here through the top. So definitely through 1 and 2, everybody's taking a different line. I guarantee if we had Patrick Spangler out here, he'd be wall riding it on that. Brad Waite has got the white flag. He'll be running himself free and clear to the checkered. Joseph Grandy lost a position, unfortunately, but hey, not too bad out of Joseph Grandy. Brian Hawks started 6th, ended up 3rd, and Flying Fry up 1 more position. Not too bad. That moves us to the consolation race. I don't get these on Tuesday.
We'll see how I do.
All right. Well, looks like you're going to be in trouble here. Let's take a look at our consolation race brought to you by the Gambler Motorsports team. We'll talk about them here in just a second. Greg Parmalee and Stephen Bixler front row. Dustin Sargent, Gary Taylor 3 and 4. Isaac Salas, this is your next lifeline. Starting 5th with Gary Afoot on the outside. Preston Cranmer will be 7th, and Joe Backus will be in that 8th position. So it's going to be racing's getting much, much tougher out there. Kind of now that you know what to do, we're at the backup car. What do we do now here, Isaac?
I think my plan here is just not to get in another wreck. I don't know. That bottom is starting to kind of call my name here, so I think I'm gonna try it out, see how she feels.
All right, definitely with this track starting to settle in a good bit here, I think some of these other drivers may have that same mindset. They might be running that middle to low line, so it's gonna be tight. It's definitely gonna be tight, but you got 10 laps, so you get an extra 2 laps to get it done, and figure out how to get that squared away. Out there in the chat, Mr. Timmy, you've seen some tracks go 4 wide, and that's the Outlaw Sprints. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Isaac, when you guys head to charity events, you guys start 4 wide.
I mean, we do a 4 wide salute, absolutely, but I mean, I've seen 4 wide here done once before, and it was pretty insane to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely the coordination, man. I don't know. I don't know. Greg Parmalee, Stephen Bixler. I expect Bixler almost walk away with this one. Well, let's see how he does out here. Number 75 on the top line. Ooh, man, almost make contact with Dustin Sargent and Greg Parmalee. Right now, Isaac Salas is following behind Dustin Sargent here in the 77. Boy, oh, there's the contact. No, Isaac survives here. Looked like maybe a little stumble there by Greg Parmalee. I don't know if he didn't see him there in the corner, but it looked like Isaac held his line. Unfortunately, Isaac started 5th, back to 5th for you. All right, Dustin Sargent gets into the lead. Fast time on the track so far with an 11:35. Gary Taylor sitting 2nd, but he's got over a second to make up here. Oh, as he gets way loose here. I think Gary Afoot got the worst of that in the 94. Talk about a consolation race. These guys kind of a last chance to get in the feature here, and everybody's mashing each other to pieces. So I think a little, maybe, Isaac, your idea of clean racing is definitely the one to do. Dustin Sargent in the front, still that 1 second lead over Stephen Bixler. But Bixler with now wide open room in front of him, trying different lines here. Definitely trying the inside at here, back to the inside, about a car length and a half up. So Stephen Bixler trying something a little different. But Dustin Sargent actually is staying at the high line and putting distance on the rest of the field. So I don't know if that's the right route here. Biggest mover of the race is Preston Cranmer in the 07, but he is under fire. by Isaac Salas, but he's right behind Gary Taylor. Gary Taylor trying to hold his line here as it looks like Preston tried to dive it in just a hair. Preston rides it up just a little bit here to get a better angle so he can rotate out with the out. He does. He sticks it. Keeps it out front. White flag is out. Preston Cranmer with a perfect pass, perfect timing here. Preston Cranmer should be third place. Yes, he is. Dustin Sargent gets it. Stephen Bixler started second, ends up second. And Preston Cranmer third. Wow. Awesome race there. All right, now we're going to head to the warm-up. All right, good 3 minutes to warm this up. Everybody kind of settle this down, wear the track in just a little more. But it'll be a great time to go ahead and mention the Ohsweken Speedway, also the sponsor of the night. Catch the Ohsweken Speedway action every Friday night, free on GeForce TV, featuring live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, all free. GeForce TV will be your first stop shop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action all across Ontario. Not too long here, Isaac. I don't know how you guys do it out there in the warm-ups, getting around here. I do want to mention out there. Last week's winners, Trent Verstraeten was the last week winner at Charlotte. Dustin Sargent and Kyle Sargent were second and third in the Rebel division. Which brings me to our next one, brought to you by NJ Custom Creations. They are a proud supplier of the Monday Night Madness Outlaw Sprint division. And let's go ahead and talk about our points lead here. So far, points is Kurt Schatzer sitting with 586, Kyle Sargent with 536, and then a decent breakaway. Roger Craig sitting with 461, but he's tied with the VP of Preston Cranmer for 461 for that third position, so not too bad. And I would probably say if Michael Berthet can get another win here, it'll be a time of showing up 6 times with 5 wins. Right now he's shown up 5 times with 4 wins. So not too bad for Michael Berthet. We'll see how he does. See him out there right now sitting 17th in practice or here during the warm-up. But I would say here, Isaac, it's not going to really matter too much.
No, I don't think he's even taking a lap. To be honest with you, but I'm trying to get my Brendan Lacey impression on here. Just run the absolute bottom.
Ah. Yeah, Brendan Lacey. I always call it the Terry Landis line.
I mean, hey, if it works.
Well, I can't say that it doesn't. I mean, we've seen it happen how many times? You know, guys riding the top, the cushion wears out, and that guy's still on the bottom by himself, not worn out, you know, from 15, 16 other drivers getting on there. And then he's able to recover. So definitely, I got to admit, it works. There's no way it doesn't. All right, warm up about another 10, 12 seconds left here in the warm-up. And we're going to head straight to our feature. You excited, Isaac?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. It's always a good one when it's a Monday night show.
Oh yeah. Guys, don't go away. We will end up after this race. We will be heading to the Renegades, the A class, and that should be definitely a doozy there. All right, that should get us squared away here. Let's go right to it. Let's take a look at our starting grid for tonight. Kyle Sargent, not no surprise there, starting in the front row next to Kurt Schatzer, our points leader. Brad Waite will be sitting third with Brandon Templeton fourth. Roger Craig in the 747 will be sitting on the inside of Joseph Grandy for row 3. Row 4 is Richard Holland and Michael Berthet. Like I was saying, watch out for Berthet. He's looking for another win here. Brian Auks is sitting 9th with Pat Boyce 10th. Trent Verstraeten, first win of the Rebels division last week, starting 11th with Flying Fry in the 12th position. So big field here. Let's rotate to the back half. Dustin Sargent will be starting 13th with Stephen Bixler in 14th. Preston Cranmer on the inside of row 8 with Gary Taylor next to him. Isaac, hey, you made it. 17th position. Joe Backus 18th. Gary Foote will be 19th with Greg Parmalee. Check him out. At least hey, Greg Parmalee made it, and I believe we have one last driver in the back. No, I am wrong. That should do it. 20 drivers out here on the field. So no eliminations. Talk about a breath of fresh air and at least a sigh of relief. So brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series starting lineup. I am excited to see where some of these guys end up. Roger Craig, Joseph Grandy, that's going to be a hot ticket item right there, is that row. You know, but right now, watching Dustin Sargent starting 13th, he's going to try to make up some ground here. Alrighty, guys, getting squared away. 25 laps, like I said, I believe these guys also have one faster pair, so they'll have one last lifeline to this one. Steve King Foundation pace truck is out. Green flag. Barney, let it wave. Here we go. Kurt Schatzer and Kyle Sargent in the front already. A stack up here in the back. Definitely looked like somebody stumbled on the restart here. Kyle Sargent in the front, still leading this one. Not too bad. Still trying to find a little bit of room. Let's move around a little bit and see if we can find where Kyle Sargent is, if he's broken away just yet. But, caution. No. Hate to see it. Not a fan of that flag. Let's see if we can take a peek at what happened to Mr. Joe Backus here. I believe Joe Backus ended up in some trouble. Malcolm Mills, mill riding replay here. Let's figure out what happened. Uh-oh, he ended up in a little bit of a tumble up there. Let's see if we can find a better angle here. What do you say? Top side. Let's take a look. Whoop, he already got hammered right there. Man, let's roll this back. Hold on. Oh, there he is. I think he got in trouble with Mr. Taylor here.
One to green, Pat.
Bang. Popped him right there. All right. Not looking good. I believe Steven Bixler also got popped there, and Pat Boyce is around. All right, let's get us back live. What do you say we go for Mission 22 restart here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Guys back out front and definitely single file. That's exactly what Kyle Sargent wants. He'll be able to get pulled away. Let's rotate farther back in the pack here, around that Michael Berthet area. Oh man, Michael Berthet getting squeezed here by Richard Holland in the 116. 518 to Joseph Grandy. Let Roger Craig go away. Definitely letting him get squeezed around here. Let's try to keep up with everybody. Everybody right now, single file here so far. Not really anybody pressing at this point. Brian Ox trying that bottom line, but it looked like that left front tire jammed on him. He lost a bunch of positions on that one. Back down to 10th place for him. Right now, biggest mover of the race is Greg Parmalee, up 6 positions. He's now sitting 14th. Too bad by him, rotating back up front here just a little bit. I believe we got a battle up here with Brandon Templeton. Templeton sitting 3rd. He's now trying to reel in Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer might be in trouble here. Definitely interesting lines here. Schatzer taking a much earlier entry, but Michael Berthet, fastest on 1 and 2, fastest on 3 and 4, ends up with an 11:63. That'd have been good enough to take the pole here. Right now, he is the fastest on the track, up 5 positions, sitting 3rd. Like my gamble might be right here. Maybe I should play the lottery as he's coming up on Kurt Schatzer. Now he's got 2nd. Oh, he sends it. Full send into Kyle Sargent. Oh my gosh. Stay off the high line. Stay on the bottom. Everybody smashed to pieces on that one. I believe even our points leader, Kurt Schatzer, was caught in that. Oh, does he get it refired? Oh, he's crab walking. Not good. These guys are going to drop back and punt. Going to have to take another faster pair here. And it's good to have one faster pair, but it's definitely tough. What does it take here, Isaac, to get up to the next division?
Oh well, just top 10 for now for tonight. But man, throttle control to get up if you want to be a Renegades driver.
All right. Definitely got to try to keep it clean here. Let's take a look at Kyle Sargent again. I think he might be broken here. Try to see if we can get a good angle of what happened. We were right live on it when the guys spun around. Showing everybody kind of mashing up here.
On the go.
No, hate when you say that.
This puts the boss man in, well, the boss man, in P2 right now, and Grandy in P3.
Grant, not too bad. Grandy's moved up 3 positions. Let's talk about some of our leaders. Kyle Sargent down to 13th. Kurt Schatzer down to 15th. Wow. Brandon Templeton was caught in that 18th position for him. Michael Berthet, who I thought was going to have it, I think he is taking it to the garage. 19th position finish for him. Yuck. So anybody looking to gain on the leaders here, tonight will be their race. Halfway through this one here. Ooh, yeah, man, getting there. Getting there. Kevin Fry is up 9 positions, sitting third. Hard charger right now is Kevin Fry, but Greg Parmalee passes for 10th spot, so he would be the one. Too bad by Greg Parmalee out there. It's interesting to see how many guys have survived that one wreck. That definitely collected at least 6 to 7 cars out there. Ooh, no. We got a car around, I believe that is. Oof. I believe Joe Backus is caught up. Joseph Grandy got hammered. Good Lord, what in the world is going on here tonight? Let's see if we can pop it back and take a look at our Malcolm Mills mill riding replay here. Figure out what happened to Joseph Grandy. Oh, he got pinched up in the wall. Looks like he got pinched up in the wall by Dustin Sargent there. Definitely not a good look. Not a good look. Joseph Grandy ended up in just more and more trouble here. He was actually on a pretty good roll. But it looks like down pit road for him. He might have towed or he's gone ahead and checked out. Holy cow. iRacing's been looking into getting some more dirt tracks out there and try to get some more added to the iRacing service. But right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the boss man in the front. Kevin Fry sitting second. Verstraeten is trying to get a pass here for third with Brad Waite. Right now, Roger Craig's got to be beside himself right now. He's not looking out the front of the sea of cars. He has now got him in the rearview mirror, but back under caution. I mean, almost instant. Back under caution. What did you see back there? Did you see Kurt Schatzer in some problems?
I didn't. I heard that there was, but I did not.
Let's try to take a look at this restart. Inside line for him. Oh, he looped it. Oh, he looped it. Oof. Wonder if that's going to do it for Kurt Schatzer out there. I don't know if he's been in so many pileups now. If he's going to be in any sort of incident trouble. I'm starting to think it's me, Isaac. Every time I show up, man, I'm like a caution magnet. Alrighty. Got some decent racing. I think this track holds a lot of opportunities, and it has a lot of potential. And everybody's just trying to get every last inch to squeeze just a little more out of it. And there's just not as much room as these guys think. So Roger Craig back to another restart here, and he's going to see if he can finish it off for us. Flying Fry of Kevin Fry sitting second. Trent Verstraeten sitting third. Trying to go for back-to-back wins here. Riding the top of that cushion. He has made up some serious ground. Kevin Fry, that is. Toward the top he goes. He's going to be able to pivot and launch off the side here. Yeah. Kevin Fry in the lead, but Roger Craig trying to hold the bottom and see if he can keep it behind him. Kevin Fry, so much speed on the top as they're switching back and forth here for the lead. We're going to stick with these guys here so far because I think Trent Verstraeten's waiting his turn. Trent Verstraeten in the 088 on the top side chasing Kevin Fry. Kevin Fry is the hard charger at 11 positions gained. Moving around here, he's definitely got an opportunity. Trent Verstraeten waiting. Roger Craig drops down to third, still a podium position for him. Looking pretty awesome. Let's rotate back, Looks like Brad Waite looked like he may have had a shot. Grabbing another position here. But Brad Waite able to pull forward. Richard Holland sits 5th. Brian Hawks trying to get a little something on the bottom. Not too many sticky areas there for him. Rotating back up front. I think the battle for the lead's heating up. As Trent Verstraeten using the bottom line. Looks like we might be able to go green the entire way. Trent Verstraeten trying to figure out how to get him. Gets into the wall. Oh, the right front tire hooked him. Oh, Kevin Fry might be driving away with this one. He's got a couple more laps and staying clean. As Trent Verstraeten gets pinched there by Roger Craig, definitely made him in the wall almost one. Oh, no, Brian Hawks is in the crash here, bringing out a caution. No, Isaac, you're almost in the top 5 here.
I know.
So close.
Been watching, man. It's been a battle. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, definitely a lot of trouble out in front of you. Let's take a look. Brian Hawks here. As he's on the inside. See where he gets. Yeah, no, it looked like he might have gotten hooked there. I think that might have been Richard Holland. Oh my gosh. I thought it had finished. I'm looking at the rest of the guys hammering through. Oh my gosh. Let's try one more angle here. What in the world happens here? Yeah, it looks like Holland may have bounced off the wall. Foot turns into a UFO. And then guys start collecting the air. We go. A couple more Frisbees. Oh my gosh. I think that was Steven Bixler lost his wing. All right.
All right. Back to green. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Pace truck lights are out. I'm excited to see this one end. I think some of these guys are thinking the same thing. Alex and Olivia's fight against childhood cancer should be the last green flag of this one here. As Flying Fry in the front. Kevin Fry getting the lead here. Roger Craig trying to hold on to second. Trent Verstraeten going to have another opportunity. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh, I think that was the 16 down there on the bottom. That could have gotten ugly. But Kevin Fry has the lead. Trent Verstraeten trying to run him down here. Last turn. Oh, Trent Verstraeten's so close. Kevin Fry, Trent Verstraeten, Roger Craig. 1, 2, and 3. Brad Waite and Preston Kramer 5th. Oh my gosh. That was nuts. Alright, and we'll get our feature up here for you and kind of show you guys where everybody landed so you can find your favorite driver out there. Figure out where they ended up in this one. So far from my ticker here, Isaac, the top 9 drivers are the only ones on the lead lap.
Yeah. I believe it, man. I think I took 7th.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, man.
Up 10.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a mashup here, but guys, don't go away. We head to the Renegades. We're going to run our drivers down here in just a moment. Definitely, it was wild. I had my money on Michael Berthet, but as soon as I said I had money on him, I should go play the lottery. He gets hammered. And gets sent to the very bottom spot there. Unfortunate for him, but we'll try to run our guys down here, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we got him chased down. Roger Craig in the 747 machine had the lead there for a little while, just wasn't able to keep it clamped down. Roger, talk to me about the track out here tonight.
Track was luckily got out in the matinee race earlier today, and these newer short tracks slick off a lot faster. A lot of fun once you get to control it. It's it's an advantage, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, well definitely. We saw high line, we saw low line. Kind of what was the key to getting up front?
The key for me to getting up front was all those wrecks. If Ricky Stenhouse can win a 500, I can get on the podium.
Oh.
It was good. No, unfortunately there was a few wrecks there, but and I couldn't hold it off against Flying Fry and Verstraeten. I was had him held off for a little bit, but he got by me, and it was a great race.
Yeah, both those guys actually started outside the top 10 and fought all the way through all those wrecks to get up there, and definitely super, super tough for them. Roger, I would almost question, am I a magnet for cautions?
No, actually you're not. We've got other announcers are just as bad a curse as you. It must be the announcers actually that cause all these
there we go. All right, Roger, give me a shout out there, man. We got to head over to the Renegades.
Well, I got to give a big shout out to the Salty Dogs. It's a great group of guys. They did sponsor our last charity event, and I got to say, Olivia, also want to congratulate her and her team at the thon. She personally raised over $10,000 and lasted. Evidently, I was talking to her dad, Roland. She did 46 hours dancing, no sitting, and then went out afterwards. Like, that's nuts. Oh, to be young again. But anyways, congratulations to her and that organization, and it's a great cause. So, and thanks for the broadcast. Thanks for bailing us out tonight, Patrick. Really appreciate it, and that means a lot, buddy.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Hey, I got Isaac Salas in here. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to see Isaac down in Knoxville, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Hey, that's the plan, man. I got a bonus and everything for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so just, for those that don't know, Coast to Coast Racing League is going to have a big meet and greet in Knoxville. We've got 12 committed and 21 tentative, so it's going to be, we're showing up there.
All right, Roger. We'll definitely keep updated on that. C2CRL.com, everywhere you guys can find it. Appreciate you coming out, Roger.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, everybody. That should be that's a boss man. Can you believe that?
I'm
third place
for
here
the
tonight.
boss
Not
man
too
making
bad.
it up here.
Not too bad. All right, let's get a hold of Trent Verstraeten. And let's see what we got going on. Trent, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
All right, man. I'm fairly certain I tuned into the broadcast last week, and you ended up getting a win there at Charlotte. Is the hot streak starting to come on now?
Yeah, I think so. I've just been getting lucky. This race, I don't even think I passed that many people. They were just taking themselves out, and I just, making up the spots to go there. And just car felt pretty good. Just missed my mark going into turn one there, that one lap, and that's what probably screwed me from giving Kevin a better run for the win.
Oh yeah, definitely looked like that right front tire hooked on the wall. Unfortunately, we didn't have our eyeballs on you because that was going to be the run of the race, man. Awesome job here so far. But with this new hot streak coming on, we head to Knoxville next week. How confident you feeling heading to those tracks?
Knoxville is definitely not one of my best tracks, but I'm going to give her a go, and I think we should be able to get a top 5 or something like that.
All right, man. Well, I can't wait to see what you got for us next week. Give me your shout-outs here.
Just give a shout-out to Trevor Drew, my good buddy who's always helping me out. Roger and everyone behind the scenes putting the league on, and you and Isaac for broadcasting tonight.
Oh, yeah. Not a problem, Trent. Appreciate you bringing out a good show, man.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, Trent Verstraeten there, and that brings us to Flying Fry here. Definitely on the move he was. Kevin Fry, talk to me about this race. What a wild run it was out here. Starting outside the top 10, did you think you had a win in you?
No way. No way. Especially this track. Me and this track don't get along at all whatsoever. So I was really shocked that I was catching the leaders like I was doing, and I was like, well, okay, let's keep on going.
Keep on going, man. You made it happen. That was amazing. I just don't know What's it gonna take to slow you down out there? Every time I see you, man, it's I'm starting to find out more and more why they call you Flying Fry.
Yeah, that's part of the reason, but the other reason is because I'm a flagman, pretty much all over Texas and Louisiana and Oklahoma. So I like to flag all these sprint car races and go around the bottom half of the United States down here and put on some good shows.
Alrighty, man. Well, we'll keep an eye on you. Give me your shout outs here because that was a fantastic race.
Thank you. I want to thank the firm Motorsports, my team, DDR Racing, Apex Auto Glass, Marzoff Inc., and M9 Performance, and then also my business is 21 iRacing Designs, keeping my car fresh. Appreciate those guys, and I appreciate you guys for making us look good on the old interweb.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, you definitely make it look good when you put on a performance like that. Congratulations, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Alrighty, Isaac, you know what that means. Everybody's not favorite part, but we got to do it. Send everybody to commercial here. Everybody, guys, hang in there, and we'll be right back, and we're going to bring you the A-Class. The B-Class may have been a little messy, but I heard the A-Class has got the aces in there, so we'll run them down, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Olivia Olson. I am an industrial engineering senior and club volleyball member here at Penn State.
And I'm Alex Ryan, a computer science senior and another club volleyball member. And we're excited to announce that we're planning to dance in Thon 2023.
Thon is a 46-hour, no sitting, no sleeping dance marathon aimed towards raising funds to support those affected by childhood cancer. It is the largest student-run philanthropy in the entire world. We'll be dancing in honor of one of our best friends, Jesse King. Jesse is also a part of club volleyball, but a lot of us would consider him family. Immediately, freshman year, Alex and I clicked with Jesse and all the other new members of club volleyball. We went to the dining hall together for a lot of our meals, spent weekends together, and ended up going on vacations together. It really does feel like family to us.
Going into junior year, Jesse was supposed to live with myself and a few of our other friends, but he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in March of 2021. He's been through chemotherapy, it's been a year since he's finished radiation, and we can officially say that he has no active cancer. Currently, he is undergoing physical and cognitive therapies.
Thanks to Thon and 4 Diamonds, the King family and many other families have yet to see a bill related to medical expenses, hotels, parking, gas fees, and all other related travel expenses. It just goes to show that every dollar raised truly does go a distance. It allows families to focus on the recovery of their child as opposed to financial stress.
Because of this, we've got to spend a lot more time with Jesse and his family, who are the nicest people in the world. They throw awesome tailgates, and every time we see them, a little bit more of the Jesse that we know and love peeks through.
Until then, we are fully committed to the mission of Thon and 4 Diamonds by raising funds to support the Kings and all the other families affected by childhood cancer.
With Thon less than 100 days away, we're asking that you consider donating. Regardless of the amount, it will make an immense impact. To donate to our donor drive, please scan the QR code or click the included link.
If donating isn't in your cards today, please share this video with those around you. Help us get our fundraising past the finish line.
This is a race that families can't afford to lose.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat. Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
At Coolray Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, we've proudly been the leader in serving the Southeast since 1966. And nobody is more committed to delivering industry-leading excellence to the Nashville community than we are. We're #1 because we've got the best and brightest HVAC technicians, plumbers, and electricians. And you can count on us 24/7, 7 days a week. Go to coolray.com to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody. See, I told you that commercial was painless. We are back. We stay at the I-55 Speedway, but now we move to the, The Renegades. Yes, A-class for us here tonight. And you want to talk about something for the Renegades. Aiden Young actually won last week, breaking the Vanderbilt streak with last week's win, so I know he won a little bit of money. I know, Isaac, I'm fairly certain that Marty's got to open up that wallet there a little bit.
Yeah, him and Dean actually had to open up. I want to say it was like $55 with the help of some other gentlemen. But yeah, man, it was pretty cool to get to watch them to see somebody actually take down Vanderbilt for the first time in like all season.
Yeah, well, they've been coming here and punishing for sure. Right behind Aiden Young was Chad Cote and Brendan Lacey, so definitely they had somebody up there that was close, but no cigar. These guys will be qualifying here in just a moment. I would say, definitely with these setups, do they change anything for long run if they ended up competing there in the Rebels?
I will be. I mean, I'm a prime example. I know that the track's gonna slick off a little bit sooner, so you're gonna want you're gonna want your slick dominant setup, kind of in basically the entire time in the feature. You could get away with having some tack, gearing ratio in there for like the beginning, but man, by the time we probably get to the feature here, especially since we're gonna have enough cars to actually send home, I expect this whole track to be burnt off by the time the feature rolls around.
Oh, yeah, these guys definitely getting sent home. They don't want that. 24 will have to make the feature. I think I got 27 there at least behind the wheel. And we'll see how well they get that done in the Dylan Westbrook Renegades A-Class here at the I-55 Speedway. This is actually going to be quite a wild one here, kind of where this ends up. I know this track actually was bought by Ken Schrader back in the day. That was kind of big thing. You start seeing these guys. I think Tony Stewart has got a little bit in Eldora Speedway. But Ken Schrader actually has a little bit of money into the Federated Auto Parts Raceway here in Missouri. And I believe so it was another one, Kenny Wallace as well. Kenny Wallace has got a little bit in there on this track for these guys. Did you know the fastest on the track, the fastest time was set by Kyle Larson when he broke the 10-second mark here?
You broke... have me go back and look at the lap time, apparently.
Yeah, there you go. Some of them right now, fastest on the track right now, Jeff Floro being one of them. Right now, Jeff Floro is running a 10:57. So right now, that's pretty good. If you're a half second off the guys who are doing it for real, that's actually not bad at all. So we'll definitely keep our eyes out there for the Jeff Floro in the number 200. Out there who's setting some blistering times out there with the 10:57. Tied with him is Tyler Wilson in the 42 machine at the 10:57 as well. So not too bad out of these guys. We should be qualifying here in just a moment, but I think they're getting a couple of these guys to calm it down just a little bit, especially after what happened last round. Let's go ahead and talk about our driver of the week, though. Brought to you by the Pitside Podcast. Join Preston and Roger on Sundays as they bring you all the happenings inside and outside the Coast to Coast Racing League. Driver of the week for week 10, Dustin Sargent. We'll see a lot more of him in the next running here. I believe no, he did not make it out of the Rebels, so no good for him. He was driver of the week for week 10. He started 13th and drove all the way passing to 11 cars. Ended up second. Not too bad. And then moving to the asphalt, Sean Grace actually did not too bad. He actually started 21st in the Xfinity League and drove all the way to a podium position, passing 20 cars. Holy cow. So, yeah, Sean Grace was on the move. I know he's been doing a lot of work on my Topside Tuesdays. That will be tomorrow. Practice is finished up here. Heat gridding. No qualifying. All right, let's get right to it. Let's see where our grid starts up here, Isaac. Jeffrey Kemper in the front with Gambler Motorsports. Bob DeGood sitting second. Looks like Randy Shreves, Mr. Consistency, sitting third with Blake Chapman fourth. Ross Corentus sitting fifth with Barry Goldner. Sixth position, and rounding out the back of the field will be Gary Taylor. Oh, man. I don't know why, but whenever I get to this section, I think that's what gets me. This section of the racing is where I start getting all nervous. Everybody, a lot more speed, a lot more guys out here, guys going home. I mean, this is kind of a big deal right now. Is everybody out here on the track has really got to put up or shut up, or you're not racing in the feature.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Pat. These guys on this front row, I mean, they're not slouches here, especially on a tacky track. I know Jeff Kemp he's been really starting to come out as a driver ever since him and Gambler hooked up. So he's been getting faster and faster every week. And then Bob is insane on tacky track. So, those two fast guys there on that second row, and Ross and Blake, they're amazing, but you still got some fast guys in front of them. So I think it's going to be an action-packed heat race.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Heat 1, of course, brought to you by our friends over at Langton Mechanical. And this is going to be quite a pile drive here. Jeffrey Kemper has been doing really well since he joined Gambler Motorsports. I think Aiden Young has hooked him up with a paint job there in the 181. And then back and forth, he's just been improving over and over again. But let's see how well he can do. Starting on the inside here, he's got 8 laps to see if he can come out with a heat win. Already under fire is Jeffrey Kemper. And boy, he's got running out of room. Falls down to 4th here. And I can't blame him.
First on the bottom there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't blame him at all. Ross Corentus, definitely a lot of speed there. Where did this come from? Holy cow, yeah, right now, last lap time, 13:83. Now he's at a 10:09. Is his last time. Let's go ahead and put up some of these best times out here, the way you guys can see what we're looking at. He is at a blistering pace, half a second faster than Blake Chapman. Wow, so he's leaving the field. Let's go ahead and get to where the racing's at least competitive. Back with Blake Chapman, Bob DeGood, and the Mr. Consistency, Randy Shreves. Unfortunately, he's getting caught up in Bob DeGood's right rear tire there. He's going to try to cross him over. Randy Shreves at the third. Definitely trying to see if he can get Bob DeGood behind him. Jeffrey Kemper, unfortunately, lost 4 positions, sitting 5th. Continuing the charge here, let's rotate back to Gary Taylor. See if the fellow Canadian of Barry Goldner, that these two guys can link up and get a little more speed here. But only about 2 laps left here, Isaac. You're seeing something a little different than what we were seeing in the last section.
Yeah, man. And at the front of the field, here comes Ross Corentus, just blistering. And, as this race has gone on, Blake Chapman slowly started to, just kind of get down even on lap times. But look at Randy here. Just, he's really coming into his element here at the end.
Yeah, right. Definitely, when he can get out in front of what we've talked to him before, his quote slower drivers, he's able to get around there. Boy, did you see that? Slam the heat too quick. Boom.
Yeah.
Now
Ross, Blake, Randy, and Bob all transferred.
Yeah. All right. Jeff Flaro, Jack Hitt, Isaac Salas. This is your chance. Chad Cote sitting 4th. Roger Craig will be in the 5th position. So John Short to his outside, and watch out, Kyle Moonen. Definitely, Kyle Moonen's a fast driver out here, starting at the back of this pack. Very unusual, but the way I look at it, that should make it very, very, very interesting here. But Heat 2 brought to you by Venom Race Designs. Venom Racing team is here at the C2C, consists of guys from all ages, from all parts of the United States. You will recognize some familiar faces like, take a guess. Isaac Salas, Brian Lawson, Kevin Davis, Mark Gilbert, Malachi Smith, Charlie Weaver, and Gary Sigelko, who is, just to name a few. Venom Racing is a proud sponsor of the League 358 Modified Division. 358 is where you guys are on Thursday Night Thunder, so definitely keep tuned in for that. Isaac, I think you're leading the points in that league.
Yeah, I believe in both mods, man. I've had a pretty decent season so far on Thursday nights.
Ooh, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah, ooh, I know.
All right,
well,
well,
talk about it.
you got a lot of work to do here. These 360
It's a whole new
sprints are
animal,
something
man.
else, man.
Yeah, this is a whole new animal for me.
Oh yeah. Let's see how well you do. This right now will be your 4th race you've competed in here, so let's see what you got. Jeff Flora, well, remember what I was saying out there, everybody, is right now Jeff Flora was one of the faster guys during practice. That inside line for him. Let's see what Jack Hitt does on the outside. Jack Hitt's pretty quick, so we got a pretty decently stacked field here. So the green flag comes out, and let's see how it goes ahead and ends up. Jeff Flora in the front, Jack Hitt following behind outside line. Isaac staying on the bottom. Right now, Chad Cote will be working on his outside. No, 3 wide. Here it comes. Chad Cote turns on the afterburners, makes contact with the wall, and slides from 4th to 2nd in a matter of a backstretch. So now Chad Cote going to be putting the pressure on Jeff Floro. Floro all over the place, trying to figure out where Chad Cote is going to be. Cote diving down. Oh, man. Trying to hold up into the top of the cushion. Grabs a lot more than he wanted to there, and he's going to have to fall off just a hair. Jeff Floro still holding in the front as we've reached the halfway point of this race. So Floro, Cote, Jack Hitt, and Isaac Salas. Kyle Moonen has moved from last place up to 5th. Definitely sliding around here. Looks like Floro has lost the lead. Oh, 3 wide. Floro and Isaac Salas make connection. Isaac is going to have to see if he can pass Roger Craig so he doesn't end up in the consolation race. And who did I say was going to make the fight to the front? Kyle Moonen is now from 7th to 2nd. He will transfer if he can keep this one clean. Wow. Chad Cote bringing home the white flag. He's only got 1 more to go here. With a 2.5 lead over Kyle Moonen, this is going to be a pretty comfortable win. Kyle Moonen sitting 2nd. He's getting a little pressure here by Jack Hitt, but not enough. And Roger Craig ends up in the 4th position. John Short, I believe, is actually wingless out there in the number 51. Wow. Isaac.
I know.
Isaac, consolation for you.
2 in a night.
All right, let's go ahead and talk about Heat 3, brought to you by the Salty Dogs Racing Team. They are composed of many of the senior members of the Coast to Coast Racing League who have been released from the home to create havoc and chaos on the track. So whenever 3 or more dogs are in the race, a dog bone will be awarded to the highest finisher. And you want to talk about chaos on the track, you guys got to tune in to the Hometown Heroes on Wednesdays and watch the Salty Dogs go at it there. Let's take a look at our starting grid. Jeff Barker and Preston Kramer will be in the front row here. Oh, yeah, Flying Fry. Last winner of the last section, he'll be starting 3rd. Wallbanger Patrick Spangler sitting 4th. I call him the Triple Crown winner. I like that. I like that better. Brendan Lacey sitting 5th. Jesse Atkinson 6th. And Chris Schaefer from Inferno Motorsports in the 23 machine starting 7th. Definitely a good stacked field here. Look at that. I outrun the pace truck.
Yeah, this is a stacked heat, man. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Well, right now, the way we saw Kevin Fry running, the way Patrick Spangler is holding the points lead right now, he's holding the points lead with 670 over
grid,
top of Aiden
actually.
Young. What's that?
I said Kevin actually did not grid right there.
No.
That'll make row 2 Lacey and Spangler.
Oh no. Oh man. Oh well, that's gonna switch it up there a little bit. Taking a look at anybody here tonight. Hine, Atkinson. Atkinson has a heat EOL. Barry Goldner had a heat EOL, or so did Randy Shreves. Chris Schaefer, that's why he's in the back. Wow. Always with these penalties, man, it definitely switches up the field. Guys in the back just should be up front. Guys that are in the front that should be in the back. I'm not saying there are guys that have their place in the race. What I'm saying is just some of these guys you normally see have their tracks, and then they're going to be in the back. So let's get this one under green here, Isaac. Looking pretty solid for Jeff Barker and Preston Kramer in the front. But 4 wide immediately. Now down to 3. Calms down just a little bit is Lacey. Now I see why you called the Brennan Lacey line. Inside for him, and he's going to rotate up to the top, at least to slow Patrick Spangler down there, Isaac.
Yeah, this is 2 of the best here in our league, you know, duking it out in the heat race. So I expect it to be really action-packed here for the next couple of laps.
Oh yeah, Triple Crown winner Patrick Spangler sitting here in second place. Definitely keeping him close. About a quarter of a second behind here. Preston Kramer sitting third. Chris Schaefer already from that HDOL now to third. So definitely he is on a roll right now, getting his way back to the front. Preston Kramer's lost a couple of positions. Jeff Barker from lead to 5th. Atkinson still remains here in 6th, and unfortunately I believe, I think actually Kevin Fry might actually be our race control here today.
I believe so.
Yeah, a little nudge there by Jeff Barker into the 127 of Jesse Atkinson. Brennan Lacey pulling away now. Spangler starting to wonder if this is what he's going to see during the feature. Brennan Lacey kind of pulling away here. Definitely got almost about a 3/4 of a second, if not a second, lead over Patrick Spangler as Lacey takes the white flag. Chris Schaefer in the 3rd, Preston Kramer 4th. And it looks like everybody just about spread out on the track. No one's really in any kind of danger of losing positions. Lacey, Spangler, Schaefer 1, 2, and 3. Kramer will be 4th. These guys transfer. Oof.
That was quick.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely fast. Heat 4. Heat 4 brought to you by Maurer Farm Management. Proud sponsor of the C2C Retreads 55 and over division. Check that out. Oh, there he is. I've been waiting for him. Who I'm talking about is Terry Landis. Terry Landis will actually be in 2nd. All right, good to see him out here. Tyler Wilson will be starting the 1st position, though. On row 2 will be Jack Clevenger and Aiden Young, last week's winner, sitting 4th. Stephen Goldner, Speedy Gonzalez there in 5th with Gary Afoot 6th. Donovan Ross, old Devo back there in 7th. Let's see how he does, starting in the back of the pack. So we'll see. Man, Devo. See if he can get any kind of a better run here. And Isaac, when you start from the back of the pack like this, and you know you've got fast times, you know how everything is, how everything's feeling out there. What is your mindset when you're like, man, I know I got a good car, but I got a lot of cars in front of me.
Man, I think the big thing here is just like be consistent. You don't got much time, so you're gonna have to attack. I think that's the big thing. But man, like you're gonna have to put consistent laps in, and there's fast guys spread throughout this entire field. So you just gotta hope for a mistake from one of them.
Yeah, well, we saw a bunch of mistakes last round. I think these guys are starting to clean it up here, especially in the heats. We're not even seeing bumping or guys losing their wings like you did. Oh boy, little blink out there for Tyler Wilson. Yikes, that might got ugly. Oh, as I say that, here we go. My fault. Terry Landis is around. Jack Clevenger got turned around. Oh, yep, see? Commentator's curse. Now
Tyler Wilson's in the wall.
Yep,
the top 4 almost crying.
What in the world is going on here? Tyler Wilson, he is all bent up. Back to the backup car for him. Aiden Young, just all by his lonesome now. Over half a second lead over top of Stephen Goldman.
Yeah, Aiden, Steven, and Ross were all in that. So.
I think the only 2 who have yet to get in any sort of trouble is Aiden Young and Stephen Goldner. Donovan Ross got hammered there. Terry Landis and the foot got hammered. And Tyler Wilson and Jack Clevenger got it. Right now, I think Clevenger has checked out. Yeah, he's down pit. So, yeah, he may be trying to talk to his team right now, get the backup car, because he's going to be in the consolation race. Trying to survive the rest of the night. Aiden Young, fast times here with 11:38. Not too bad. He's able to keep Stephen Goldner way behind him. Oh, Stephen Goldner. Yeah, you saw it, Isaac. What happened?
Holy smokes. Just sent it in too hard and just almost turned around. You know who's putting in good laps right now? Terry. Terry's almost catching up to Devo. I don't know if he has the time, though.
Yeah, white flag is out. Yeah. I don't think he's got much left here.
Yeah, Aiden will get the win. Steven 2nd, Donovan 3rd, and Terry Landis 4th.
Wow. The
Man,
entire
that was
field,
that was
like,
a wild one,
the
dude.
entire field flipped, and there wasn't one spot in the track these guys weren't getting turned around. Holy
I
cow.
think they all had contact in that race.
Alrighty, heading to our consolation race, brought to you by Gambler Motorsports. Gambler Motorsports is an esports racing team that competes weekly across the iRacing platform. The team has drivers entered in dirt races, sports cars, asphalt oval, and they even compete in endurance races. This year, they will have drivers in the prestigious 24 Hours of Daytona and Le Mans. So go to Gambler Motorsports on Facebook, and you can give those guys a follow. All right. We said we take a look at the consolation race on the grid here. Jeffrey Kemper, Isaac Salas, front row. This may be your chance. If you can just keep it clean, you'll get in. Jesse Atkinson sitting third. Gary Foote will be fourth. Barry Goldner fifth. Jeff Flaro sixth. Flaro was one of the fastest guy during practice, so I'm wondering if he's going to be able to fight his way out of this. Jeff Barker will be seventh. Tyler Wilson eighth. And starting in the fifth row will be Gary Taylor, John Short, and rounding the end of the field will be Jack Clevenger. He's got a lot of work to do starting from the back. Isaac, off the top of your head, how many guys make this cut?
I believe it should be. What do we take? 4 out of. Should take 8.
Woo.
So 3 home.
Woo. If everybody maintains, so that we got what? Gary Taylor, John Short, and Jack Clevenger got to fight and claw their way back into the run. 10 laps to get it done. Pace truck lights are off. Right now, some of these guys are wondering what they did wrong last time. Kemper, we saw he started in the front row, marched his way back. All right, here we go. Isaac Salas and Jeffrey Kemper in the front. Salas gets a massive jump here. Oh, Kemper almost makes contact. Puts the tires, does make contact. Isaac Salas sliding around all over the place. Hang in there. Man, right now, Jesse Atkinson now trying to get a little piece there, and Isaac's still on the high side. Right now, good contact here in the front row. There's a couple of guys getting there. Isaac looks like he's getting a little bit of a breakaway now. Got about 3 car lengths. Jesse Atkinson sitting second, and Jeffrey Kemper's falling down to third, but he'll still make it if he can get through this last run here. Let's rotate back here in more of the Barry Goldner area. Barry is on the bottom and looks like he's got the 42 up. Tyler Wilson, who's on top. Kind of somebody who's shuffling back is Gary Foote. He's down to 11th. Looks like he ended up in the worst of some tangle-up that was out there. Jack Clevenger's come up at least 2. Sitting 9th, he needs another. Jeff Barker will be next on his list, but way off the pace. He's going to have to make up about a second here, I believe, to get caught up. So rotating back up front, Jack Clevenger's night may be looking pretty dim. And they may be coming to an end here pretty quick. Let's rotate back up front where Atkinson still trying to chase down Isaac here. Isaac Salas staying on that top line, looking a little bumpy now. So you got to be careful about riding how high he's getting, triangulating that turn. Inside line for Jesse Atkinson is starting to work between 1 and 2. He definitely picked up a lot more time there, his fastest of the night with a 5.78 between 1 and 2. Does it again. Atkinson on the inside, Isaac now watching him. Definitely as he turns through 3 and 4, he's going to take a look out that driver window area and see where he is as white flag comes out. Now he's got the distance. Isaac Salas starting to hit the afterburners here. Got a half second on him. John Short behind by almost 2 seconds off these guys. And he's going to have to try to reel him in. So Salas gets it. Atkinson, Short, Kemper, Tyler Wilson, Jeff Flaro, Barry Goldner, and Jeff Barker. I believe Gary Taylor, Gary Foote, and Jack Clevenger. That is going to do it for them. Not a Gary night.
I got the B main, which means I get to go pick up the pit lizards. We're going to Waffle House.
I am not going to comment on that, sir. Absolutely not. I know better than that. All right, we head into our Sweeten Speedway warm-up here. About 3 minutes for these guys to kind of give the track another good rub down, and then we'll be under green for how many laps? 30 laps. Definitely a good pile up there. And man, I'll tell you what, that last heat, not the consolation, the last heat, holy cow. I was almost going to say that heat was almost the troublemaker one. Everybody getting mashed to pieces.
Well, like I was saying, Pat, I'm almost positive that every single person that was in that heat race kind of got into something, at least if it was a wall or another car.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be tough for some of these other guys out there. I wonder. I was like, and I remember I asked you. I said, "What do we change here, guys? What do we change to, head into this one? You've learned from the last, we learned from the Rebels. Now what would you be into? And now I'm wondering if some guys have made changes for the worse, and things, things are starting to happen. I mean, like I said, the first 3 heats were great, but that last one, man, was definitely a nasty one.
It was fun, let me tell you. It was fun to watch.
I think we got our eyes out there on Jeff Parker. He ended up just getting turned around to me just a second ago. A couple of these other guys out there kind of questioning what they're doing out here, but they're going to try and make the best of it. Another minute left in the warm-up here, Isaac. The consolation went a lot better than the heat race for you here. What's the key here, man? 'Cause definitely, the faster these guys are going, the different lines, that cushion's wearing out. I mean, really, really quick here tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know, buddy. It's a lot of patience, man. I'll tell you that much. I'd watch in for that bottom to come back. If I was a betting man, I'd watch that bottom somehow make its way back.
Yeah, I noticed during that the B main there, it did. It started just for a second there. Started coming in a little bit, but there was just not enough time for him, for Atkinson to run you down there. Definitely interesting.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be quite a bit of line parity. If I'm being honest with you, that bottom obviously is gonna come in because we're gonna destroy the top. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point during this race that it is literally dead even.
I hope so. I like seeing a good race here. No more cautions.
This is one of those tracks where you can get some really good racing.
All right. Well, I'm going to hold you to it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight. The starting grid brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series, the Northeast Premier Series showcasing the big block modifieds premier drivers from Florida to Canada. The Super Dirt Car Series visits some of the most exciting tracks in front of the biggest crowds. The ground-pounding, earth-shattering, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast is the Super Dirt Car Series. And starting this off will be Ross Corenta and Chad Cote in the front. Brendan Lacey and last week's winner, Aiden Young, will be in row 2. Row 3, Blake Chapman and Kyle Moonen. Kyle Moonen being on the outside, Triple Crown winner of Patrick Spengler, will be starting on the outside of row 4 next to Steven Goldner. Mr. Consistency, Randy Shreve, starting 9th with Jack Hitt 10th. Chris Schaefer, let's see how he does for Inferno Motorsports, sitting 11th with Devo, sitting in that 12th position, looking pretty good here for the first 6 rows. Moving to row 7 will be Bob DeGood, Roger Craig. Row 8, Preston Kramer and Terry Landis. Isaac Salas, you're going to be back here in the 9th row next to Jesse Atkinson. And I will say, you were under fire by him a couple of times, so you've got to make a little bit of a run him out here. John Short will be 19th, Jeffrey Kemper into 20th. Holy cow, 11th row will be Tyler Wilson, Jeff Flaro, Barry Goldner, and Jeff Barker in the back of the 12th row. And that should go ahead and round us off for all our drivers. The rest, unfortunately, have been eliminated from this race here tonight. And really, what do you do? Isaac, when you're eliminated, what do you do? I mean, you're just you can't just hang your head. We got to pick up and move on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just gives you more. I think it lights a fire in me personally to definitely make the show the next week, and not just make the show, kind of like make my impact known. That's my personal thing here.
Yeah, we'll definitely want to put on a show next week, heading into that, just kind of maybe more of a hard charging. You head back out there and go, this has got to be better than last week. And I've got, the top 5. I got sponsors to please. Because right now I got to eliminate whether it's damage or not. It's got to happen. Ross Corenta and Chad Cote, let's get her going. Off we go. Bottom line to get started here, but let's see if the outside starts sticking. Chad Cote, we saw earlier in his heat, he was like a bolt of lightning out there. 4 wide. Aiden Young is able to squeeze out to keep him from getting worse. Aiden Young now up to 3rd, and now we got somebody falling way back. I think that's Kyle Moonen. No caution just yet. Terry Landis caught up. We got guys in reverse trying to get out of this pileup. They better hurry up because they're about to end up in the pileup. There's the leaders. There we go. Wow. What? Isaac, RC, Look out.
That was crazy, man. I think we were like 3 or 4 wide.
Yeah, well, it was going pretty well there, but what I was more nervous about is the wreck. The wreck was that, you know, it had happened, guys were tangled up, and no caution. I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? You know, and the leaders started coming back around, and it just kept getting worse. And we're taking a look at it now with the Malcolm Mills mill riding replay here. Yeah, and that's where I was talking about. These guys starting to get kind of tangled up. So definitely not a good shot here. Do want to give a shout out for our replay sponsor out there, Malcolm Mills Mill Riding, based in Oakland, Ontario, Canada. Malcolm Mills Mill Riding is a full-service mill riding contractor featuring custom welding, fabricating, and servicing industrial clients. Look them up at mmmillriding.com or Malcolm's Mills Mill Riding on Facebook. Say that 5 times fast.
I don't think I can.
Oh, come on. Oh, don't you do it for me. Boo. SDK, give me a jam. Let's go.
Oh boy.
How long we got, Isaac? How's it looking?
Well, we're under delay green.
Oh, good. Perfect. That's
There you
exactly
go.
what I
Beauty.
needed.
Yeah, see, that it was obviously for the broadcast. They knew.
Perfect. All right, out there in the chat on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, John Hine is saying go Gambler. So let's see how Gambler gets it done out here. I know Aiden Young was looking pretty solid out there. Brendan Lacey has gotten the lead. Boy, let's get this going. Back underway. Single file restart here. Let's see how we keep going. Ross Torrance moving his way on up. See if he can get a little more going here. Brendan Lacey is starting out in front. Interesting enough, I want to see where Chad Cote ended up. Cote is down in 7th, now 8th. He's marching back, unfortunately. Let's keep this going here. Down they go, man. A couple battles here and there. Everybody kind of spread out now that it's single file. Moving around a good bit. Talk to me here, Isaac. What are you seeing out there? Is it looking pretty rough here in the back?
There's I can say that there's a lot of lines starting to work here. It's kind of crazy back here. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Watching you following behind Jeff Floro here. Floro is definitely trying to expand his gap. He definitely looked like he cut you off. Almost got you in the wall there a little bit, but good contact. Contact. Come on.
Hey, yo, stop watching me here.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll move on. All right, moving up here to Bob the Good. Bob the Good now on the bottom side of Roger Craig here. We'll see if Isaac can go ahead and reach up to Bob. Bob is sitting 11th right now, trying to see if he can get caught up. Chad Cote will be after Roger Craig, but the two of them make contact here. And we are already 1/3 of the race done here. So some of these drivers moving up, some of them moving down. Patrick Spangler, he looks like he's having a little trouble here, as well as Aiden Young. Aiden Young gets into the back of a driver here. I think that's Kyle Moon who he's bumping into the back of. Yeah, Aiden Young now having to maybe dealing with a little damage to the front of that 69 machine. He's going to fall behind the 39 of Patrick Spangler. Right now, sitting in the lead is Brendan Lacey, leading by almost a 1.5 seconds. Ross Cornta sitting 2nd, Stephen Goldner 3rd, Blake Chapman 4th, and Patrick Spangler will be in the 5th position. I am not a fan of single file restarts. I definitely liked how you guys were side by side earlier in this run. A lot more work to do. Aiden Young now down to 6th. Randy Shreves, Mr. Consistency, sitting 7th. These guys can get going here. Jack Hitt sitting 8th, Cote 9th, Donovan Ross. There's Devo. 10th position for him. Pretty solid here so far as we've already crossed past the halfway point. And you want to talk about still putting on some times out here. Brendan Lacey just nailed a 5.86, turn 3 and 4. So he is hot right now and still picking up pace. Right now he's running into a lot of lap traffic here. Right now he is behind 181 of Jeffrey Kemper. Kemper will be the next one. He's going to try to put a lap down. John Short, Jeff Barker, Jeffrey Kemper. All 3 J's here. And put a lap down. Terry Landis will be next. And there's Terry Landis. Terry Landis is now a lap down. Kyle Moonen will be next on his plate. Right now, I don't know what the heck is going to slow down Brendan Lacey. Lacey's still pulling away. 3-second lead. I'll tell you what, with speed like this, right now, I can just about guarantee that one's going to be under inspection. Lacey leading it by 2.5 seconds here over Stephen Goldner. Vanderbilt team pretty happy about this. Ross Corn's sitting third. I think Chapman trying to see if he can get a little something going here. And it looks like right now Brendan Lacey is able to just kind of floss through this field. A lot of drivers. Right now, everybody 18th and down is a lap down. Right now, Isaac, no!
Got turned.
Oh, dude, you were just about to go a lap down, and I saw the front of your car popping up. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I did one massive wheelie, man.
All right, let's take a look at it here. Isaac Salas coming around the outside. Looks like the 127 got jammed into the wall. Whoop. Yeah, it looked like you had a good angle there. The 127 looked like you may have rotated up the track there a little bit. Jesse Atkinson, see, I told you were going to have trouble.
I know.
All right, that'll be the end of our Malcolm Mills mill riding replay here. We'll head over to our next mission, 22 restart, as they get piled in behind the pace truck here. Pace truck brought to you by the Steve King Foundation. The Steve King Foundation also offers tribute giving, dedicated gift through giving. Honor a loved one, recognize someone special, or celebrate a milestone by donating their name while supporting the dirt racing community during and times of need. They've also notified the honoree of your generous gift. This is definitely a stack up here. Isaac, you are working your way out of pits. It said out on my ticker here, and I said, oh, he's done. Not good. All right, couple drivers here. Brendan Lacey getting started here. Takes that almost 3-second lead, throws it in the garbage. Stephen Goldner and Rouse Cornta going to have another chance. There we go, definitely side by side. Stephen Goldner has him on the low line here, but not enough. See if Brendan Lacey, we're going to rotate top view and see if Stephen Goldner can get anything. Inside line is starting to come in. Stephen Goldner's using it. Definitely gets down on the bottom, but so dangerously close to that wall. Stephen Goldner not giving up on the low line. Cornta is running up top. Definitely looking like he's got an angle here. Don't know if Stephen Goldner's got something. Come on. Trying to go back and forth. Looks like he has a bit of an angle here, but not quite enough. Look out
Battle
right
of the bandy guys.
What's that?
It's a battle of the bandy guys.
Oh yeah, well I guess they're teams getting points, but they're still dealing with a lot out there. Aiden Young still trying to see if he can get into a top 5. I knew he was pretty ecstatic about last week's win. But might be out of his reach here unless the Vanderbilt guys want to take each other out. Patrick Spangler sitting fourth. He's using the inside line as well. And what I notice is the more these guys use the inside line, it definitely doesn't seem to work much longer. It wears out awfully quick. Oh, man. Holy cow. It looked like Patrick Spangler got a tire lock there with Blake Chapman. He doesn't.
Right, on the lap.
Yeah, white flag is out. Isaac South trying to stay alive out there. Rotate back up front to Brendan Lacey, see if Lacey's got anything here. Stephen Goldner, no. Not enough.
Holy smokes, what a finish.
Yeah. Wow. Brendan Lacey gets the win. Stephen Goldner in second. And Ross Cornta ended up third. Not too bad. Blake Chapman was fourth. He was able to get a spot back from Patrick Spangler. That'll be your top 5. Awesome job by our drivers out there, and definitely a messy one. Definitely a messy one there for a little bit, but not too shabby. Get this popped up, everybody be able to find your favorite driver out there. We'll get these guys reeled in. You want to talk about laps down. Okay, when you get 17th on down, ended up a lap down. I knew there was some bumping and banging there in the back, but it definitely got a lot uglier after that. Hey, wait a second, Isaac, you never went back out there.
No, my car was too damaged.
Too damaged?
I know. I couldn't even get into reverse.
Where was the fast repair?
I knew.
Say it, had to tow.
Mhm. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in the pits.
Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in just a moment. Let's see if we can go ahead and chase down our drivers, and we'll have a talk with them because it definitely got racy tonight. Alrighty, everybody, and we are back getting chased down. Ross Cornta, definitely the one to get going here. Ross, talk to me about this race out here. It was definitely a fast one.
Yeah, track was a little slick, so you just had to keep your head and be careful of your surroundings and make it work.
All right, I am fairly certain this paint job looks a little familiar. Croaky drives this, doesn't he?
No, he shouldn't be. If he is, then I'm gonna have that talk with him. But
Oh, I've done it now. I've done it now.
no, I don't think he. I don't think he's running this one. I think only I have this one. So, like I said, if he is, then I'll have to send him a message here when I get off with you guys.
Oh, I hope I didn't just sink him. All right, well, talk to me. What else is what was the key to being fast out here? I mean, it definitely was a tough one to handle, and the cushion started wearing away for some of these guys just not able to hook up.
Yeah, I think I had a little bit too much gear. I was having troubles. I was spinning the tires too much, and I got to apologize to Chapman and Spangler. I feel like I might have slowed them up a little bit, but that's kind of just part of racing. Take a third whenever you can get it in this league. There's a lot of good competitors here, and yeah, I don't know. Lacey and Goldner, they're a class of their own. So to run third to them, I'm not going to be upset about it, but it's also fun to beat them.
All right, man. Well, awesome job here tonight. Go and give me your shout-outs.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the guys over at Phantom Motorsports, the Vanderbilt guys, our sponsors, Wyco Sportswear, Velocity Race Design, Power Outdoors, M9 Performance. You guys for putting on the show, and everybody behind the scenes running the league.
All right, Ross Cornta, I appreciate you joining us here tonight, and hopefully we'll see you out here more.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that'll be our third place finisher, Steven Goldner. We talked to him a bunch. So this should be the same old song and dance with this guy, Steven Goldner. Speedy Gonzalez out there. You really had a lot of speed out there on the track, and really, what was the key to come from behind and almost catch Brendan Lacey here at the end?
Really good engines. I got to thank Moon and Racing Engines for the engines tonight. We took the week off last week to rebuild the engine. It's been pretty badass.
I like how you flossed that one in there. Come on, Steven. Man, dude, it was wild. It was the inside line starting to work there for you for a little while.
Yeah, I was just not driving hard enough early, which I realized once I got kind of in clean track with battling for Lacey, I could drive quite a bit harder. So I was kind of being a little bit careful, I guess, early in the race, trying to get to the front. And then Lacey was quite a bit better in 3 and 4 than I was running wherever he was. But I was pretty good in 1 and 2. I could hit really good lines of 1 and 2. 3 and 4, I struggled a little bit.
All right, well, seeing in the points, you right now are sitting 11th, about 11 points behind Chad Cote. Cote ended up 7th, so this should help close that gap and at least get you broken into the top 10 on points. I can't wait to see what what else you've got coming up, man, because this is you're starting to come on pretty hot here.
Yeah, I struggled a little bit in the heat race. Got into a couple people. Gotta say sorry to those guys. I didn't think we were that tight, but apparently we were 4 wide there for a second. So definitely sorry to those guys. Didn't really want to race that way, but I guess it is what it is, and we'll have to deal with the penalty next week.
All right. Well, hopefully you're able to battle back from that. Steven, give me your shout outs here.
I gotta thank Ross at Velocity Race Designs. He makes all our cars look good, and they're definitely fast. So that's great for him. All the Vanderbilt guys for everything they do. Setups are great tonight. Cars are great tonight. Lilo.com, Dirt Doctor Trucking, Fits Perfect Photography. Once again, Moon Knight Racing Engines. That thing was killer. So was Ross's. So was Lacey's. So we definitely got some good engine programs there. Dylan Westbrook Racing for the title sponsor for the league, and you guys for the broadcast, and everyone with Coast to Coast Racing Leagues.
Excellent. Steven Goldner, excited to see you out here and can't wait to see what you got for us in the following days.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, that's going to do it. Steven Goldner there. Now let's go ahead and get to our race winner, Brennan Lacey, here in Coolray Victory Lane. Let's talk a little bit about Coolray when we get there. Coolray Victory Lane is proud of their reputation by providing excellent cooling, heating, and plumbing and electrical service to their homeowners and businesses in Georgia. Their mission is to continue to build long-lasting relationships with their customers through their winning spirit and commitment to 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Brennan Lacey brings home the win here. Definitely a wild one at this. Brennan Lacey, I would probably guess that your car is probably going to be put under inspection from that lead you were getting, starting to put guys' laps down.
Yeah, it was rolling. I was kind of on a setup change tonight. Everyone knows I like the bottom, but I did some testing. I was like, I don't really think this is going to be where I want it to be tonight. So I knew I was starting in a decent spot, and right there when I started picking off Cote and I got around Ross, I said I knew this is the car I needed, and got up there and just held the line. So it paid off in the end, and that's huge for me going into next week in points. So we'll see how we shake it up.
Absolutely. Right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Patrick Spangler in the lead, Aiden Young sitting second, and you are third, and it's going to be pretty close. Right now, you're 580. You got about 90 points to make up on Patrick Spangler, so you would win him in fifth. He at least gets pretty close, but definitely it's looking pretty good here so far. Let me take a look here at the schedule. Next week, Knoxville. How confident you feeling heading to that track? Some of the guys are telling me not so good.
That it's known to build a wicked curb on it. So, we'll just have to see if we want to go up there and try and bite it up there, or if we want to run down on the bottom, or maybe even see if we can get a middle line to work or something like that. But, I only got one goal next week, and that's if I can finish in front of that 39 car and that 69 car, we're going to have a shot at this another ship here for back-to-back. So, I know missing 1 week kind of hurt me there, but we're going to give her hell next week and see what we can do with it.
All righty. I notice a lot of guys are telling me the biggest change they made on these cars is gearing. Would you agree?
Yeah, gearing's a big factor. I'll tell you, I bet I'm way out of the ballpark compared to everybody else. I can tell you that right now, on both spectrums. It just depends on what I like, and I like tight race cars, and I hate wheel spin. So, it's a whole different animal when you can drive them like that. But, it's just having a crew chief. Goldner almost got me tonight, old crew chief, but he got that thing rolling like we wanted it to, and we got her done.
All right, give me a shout-out here, man. The Vanderbilt guys are definitely proud of what you did.
Yeah, big shout out to Vanderbilt as well. Fantastic group of guys there. Big shout out to Goldner for making this thing a hot rod like usual. Great group of guys to run with there. Ross over at Velocity Race Designs, glad to see him get third and make it a sweep here. That was real nice for Vanderbilt. And then shout out Dirt Gangster Apparel and Moon and Racing Engines, and appreciate you coming on tonight doing this broadcast for us.
Yeah, not a problem, man. Definitely, I can't wait to see what you guys got going, and consider maybe you'll be running tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we're going to give her a shot tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
All right, man. I'm excited to hear that. All right, appreciate you joining us here tonight, and we'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, man, appreciate y'all.
All right, buddy, that should do it here for tonight. Definitely, it was a wild one. I know Patrick Spangler and John Short down there talking to the winners. Isaac, it is looking pretty dicey here tonight for some of these drivers. I would question what everybody can do heading into tomorrow. Tomorrow will be well sought after because everybody gets to head to some of their favorite track, Eldora Speedway. They will be on there for the midgets, who I'll actually be coming on for the Gambler Motorsports Topside Tuesday for the Pro Late Models, which will be, like I said, will be tomorrow. And then we head to the NASCAR trucks, and that really starts bringing a lot of drivers there, seeing that we are heading to the biggest super speedway that everybody really joins up at, and that is Talladega. So it's going to be a mashup. I expect to see you there, Isaac. Hopefully we can get a little more luck there at a super speedway for you.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, buddy. It's gonna be a fun night. I'm gonna try to hit the pro late models. To be honest with you, I'm pretty decent at them at Eldora. So it'll be you'll actually get to see me. So maybe I'll make an appearance up in the broadcast booth 2 nights in a row. Who knows?
Ooh, don't threaten me. All right. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys joining us here at Simtrax Broadcasting. It was a wild one here tonight. Some guys have better luck, some not as much. But from Patrick here at Simtrax Broadcasting, Isaac Salas in the booth with me tonight. Appreciate you joining us. We will see you guys tomorrow. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll catch all you guys next time.